Tonight, the search is on for a group of thieves targeting ATMs at 7-Eleven stores. At least 5 stores were hit overnight in Maryland and D.C., including this store in Hyattsville. Now, police say the robbers used the jaws of life, crowbars, and walkie-talkies to break in.
Yeah, no, shortly after that incident in Hyattsville, the same thing happened in D.C. You're looking at surveillance pictures from a store on South Dakota Avenue in Northeast. And you know, it's crimes like these that had a lot of people speaking up at a public safety forum in D.C. tonight.
Our Casey Nolan was there at that discussion in Cleveland Park. And Casey, we know neighbors had a chance to talk directly to the police chief, a top prosecutor, and more.
Yeah, that's right. This crowd had a lot to say to law enforcement leaders about organized shoplifting, fare evasion that looks to some like anarchy, and of course, deadly crime that has already hit Ward 3 again in this new year.
Effective way.
A packed room at the Cleveland Library in Northwest D.C. Wednesday night with a wide range of concerns.
Just a hot mess.
And one focus.
I think they should with safety. The whole city's suffering. You got people from all walks of life.
I'm very much more wary everywhere I go. I even lock my door when I go to put the garbage cans out.
Ward 3 residents spent 2 hours with the district's top law enforcement officials discussing what to do about the increasing number of young people involved in crime.
The vast majority of crimes in our city are committed by adults, but that small group of young people are wreaking havoc.
And what to do about the historically high murder rate.
The scourge of gun violence that we're happening right now is it is overwhelming.
Prosecutors and police say D.C. has too many illegal guns and too few consequences for those arrested for having them, especially for first-time offenders.
From our perspective, the system is sending a signal that illegal firearms possession is not that big of a deal, and it is a tremendous deal.
What specifically is being done at this moment and will be done to help the police force and without infringing or overly infringing on people's rights?
The panel said legislation currently making its way through the council could empower police to make more arrests for illegal guns and keep more offenders behind bars.
I ask that you continue to ask your council member to pass this legislation so that we can have more tools for us to support us in this effort.
In my view, we're talking about a 3-legged stool to make ourselves safer: prosecution, policing, and prevention.
And when it comes to prevention, all the agencies talked about programs they are trying to ramp up to help reach young people. Something else the U.S. Attorney said that worries him. His office, he says, is seeing more guns with high-capacity magazines, more bullets. And while the murder rate was up more than 30% last year, shootings were up just 10%, which he says all means that gun violence is getting more deadly in D.C. Zoe.
We have lost way too many of our neighbors. Casey, thank you.